Take a time. Hello. Greetings. Good evening. Good evening, gamers. Whoop, wrong thing. I meant to go to this screen. Hi. Hello. We've made it to another Monday evening, and I'm playing with my hair. I was like looking at my VOD from last week, and it's like, oh, I was playing with my hair a lot. I should stop doing that. And no, I'm just gonna keep playing with my hair. Ooh, and I'm blurry now. Got out of focus. Great start. Hello, hello. How are we doing? Come on. Focus on my face, please. Hello? Doesn't wanna focus on my face. Well, let's get our video game booted up. We're gonna do some Ace Attorney today. We're gonna continue the trials and the tribulations. Just dismissing some things on my phone over here. Da, 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 da. Yeah. It's time to play more Ace Attorney. It's time to see what the heck is going on with the murder of this CEO guy. Why do we care about this CEO? I mean, he just did. He died. Okay, my game audio is working. I'm gonna bump it up, and oh hey, I should get into my Discord call and see if anyone wants to join me on the Discord. As usual, I don't expect anyone to come through, but I'll hop in there and see if anyone wants to come on in. Type it in a message here. Forgot to do my little Discord call thing. Oh, I'm really blurry. Hello? Hello? Camera, please? Please? Don't do this to me. Don't... Why am I all blurry? Hello? Hello? Why is it doing this? Why? Bruh. Bruh. Hello, it's me, blurry face. Come on. Why is it doing this? Hello? Hello? Okay? Are we good now? Are we good now? Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful and clear and you can see me and we're good? Alright. Acing tourneys. So what was I saying before I got distracted by my Discord call and everything? I guess I'll just go through a few things. Well, first of all, this is my first time playing this game, so no spoilers. And I generally have a no spoilers policy anyway, just in case I have someone watching who might not want to be spoiled. I just noticed my closet door is open and you can see that on the camera. I'm gonna close that. And while I'm at it, I brought some friends over, because they hang on my closet door, so just making some little adjustments. Right, so as I was saying, no spoilers, and speaking of my little friends here, I have some fun channel point redeem things. You can make me wear my wolf ears, which I just realized I forgot to get those too. Doing great. I'm so organized and put together. But yeah, if you do that little point redeem, the channel points, I'll go and get my funny wolf ears and put them on. And yeah, again, speaking of plushies, I've got another channel point reward called Meet a Little Guy, and if you redeem that one, I will introduce you to one of the funny plushies and things that I have. Tell you a bit about them. So yeah, those are my special webcam exclusive rewards. I also have like just various other ones. You can put the chat in emote only mode. You can, if you have 10,000 channel points, you can make me drop everything and play Minecraft. And then I have like standard things like highlight my message, unlock a sub emote, so you can get one of my funny emotes without subscribing, and all that stuff. So yeah, you can use your little channel points to do things, and you can also you can subscribe to me if you want. You can give me money directly, put !tip in chat, and you'll get the link for that. It's also in my panels below my stream if you're on the desktop. Anyway, I don't know. I never really, I don't usually go through all my stuff at the beginning of the stream, because I feel like it doesn't really matter all that much. People don't, it's just, it is what it is. But yeah, here we are. We're at the detention center. We're gonna see if our funny man, Ron Delight, is here. I'm playing with my hair again, because it's bothering me. I took a shower, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. Silly hair. Okay, anyway, let's see. Here's our funny man. Here's our funny man who might have committed a murder. Oh, I just noticed I need to unmute Discord audio on this stream, just in case someone comes in. All these little things that I just keep forgetting to do. It's fine. It's fine, we're here. We're talking to our friend Ron Delight, who has been charged with murder, and we're gonna see if we can prove him innocent, I guess. Gonna see what the heck happens with this. Hope the game audio is good and everything. It should be fine. My audio levels should be fine, but if they're not, let me know, please. I can always adjust things. Anyway, Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... Oh? Let's see let's see. On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then that's where the CEO, King Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? Yes, you are right, Mr. Phoenix Wright. question is, where were you that night? This time, I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Your life. Okay. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about Mask Star to Mask. Remember Mask Star to Mask? Should I turn up my light a little bit? Make me a little brighter? I am the light of your life. I am a ray of sunshine. I'm playing with my hair because every time I look at myself, I'm like, oh, I don't like how my hair looks right now. I need to stop that. Fine, it's fine. Anyway, Mask Star to Mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask Star to Mask? Now I feel like I'm too bright. I'm like washed out. Make it a warmer light. Does that look better? I'm still playing around with this light because I just got it last week, so... Oh, I keep getting distracted by my own face. This is the dangers of doing a stream with my camera on. I'm so beautiful. Am I cute? Do you think I'm cute? Oh gosh. Do you still insist that you are this funny man? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? This freak. Hee 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 ha 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 hoo ha hee hee. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. There he is. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask Star to Mask in this photo... It's gotta be Detective Atme. How did he fit his nose in there? I don't know. The night of the crime. So, that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Who? Whomst? What? Well, that's not right. Well, that can't be right. Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. I'm dead. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. Dude, you have any idea how suspicious you're making yourself right now? God damn. Oh, that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. Homie, I don't believe you. I don't think I believe you, little guy. I don't know what happened, but I feel like that's not it. I'm gonna adjust my headphones for a sec. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Damn. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. You think? Please don't say that. Hey, buddy, why were you fired? Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? That's one way to put it, forced to quit. How did you? I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Thank goodness. No, I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Jessie would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, or maybe killing a CEO and taking all his money. At least that's what I thought anyway. So he became Mask Star to Mask for Desiree, huh? Sure, I believe everything this little man has to say. What's this? Do you have anything to say about this? This list. We found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey! This is a list of all the things Mask Star to Mask stole! And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Looking at my phone again, very easily distracted. You know this about me if you've watched like any of my streams. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. Guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Sure, I guess. Hey, can you tell us about this thing? I guess not. What do you think about this? I don't really think I can help you with that. No, that's not it. It's just that the thing is, I don't really know if I can say one way or the other. I didn't really catch that. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I feel like, what have we not asked him about? Hey, look at the autopsy report. No, he doesn't have anything to say about that. Look at this. Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. My debut. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Mask started Mask. He must have gotten away, right? It says in this article that he disappeared. That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask Started Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Wow, awesome! Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. It's easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words there. There's nothing particularly complicated there, not a tongue twister or anything. Anyway, the guard in the photo is Ron Delight. As you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Interesting. Detective Atme found the Mask Started Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. The plot thickens. That's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Yoink? Blackmail letters? Tell us more, please. This blackmail letter, is this the first one you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start using... Did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, "I know you did it." So someone found out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Right. Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? No, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000! No one said anything about me being worried, you know. You can die for all I care. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Well, that's it? You don't have more to say to us? Just the plans. What are the plans? What are you talking about? Huh? What? I mean, I guess I'll just present this and see if that gives me anything. The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Oh, that's scary. You know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? Interesting. How about this? It's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Does this buzzer have something to do with the case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. I mean, we have this buzzer record that we just showed. Do you have anything to say about Mr. CEO Man? The dog just barked. I don't know if that came through on the mic. There was a woof woof coming from downstairs. Oh, Mr. Bullard, my old boss. It's so sad. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Is there anyone that might have wanted him dead? Oh, yeah, sure. You know, Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. He was a CEO, you know. He did lots of threatening things to people. He was a CEO, you know. Wait, what? Do you mean he scared people, or that he threatened them with blackmail? Typo in the video game localization. Get him. Well, I guess they're kind of the same, right? Oh, well, that's all, I guess. Hey, do you know anything about him? Isn't he great? I wish I could be half as cool as him. Yeah, same here, honestly. Besides, he's the only one that really believed me when I said I was the thief. Hey, hang on a second. This is the guy that had you arrested for murder. I feel like we've seen this already last time we talked to this little guy, but well, I still don't think that makes him a bad person. What in the world do you see in that coffee-crazed prosecutor? He's hot. He's sexy. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? He's like sexy. Do you know anything about this man? No? Okay. I think that's enough from you. Let's move. Do. Hi. Oh, there's a... Oh yeah, we still need to get more information about the Sacred Urn. I think we're waiting for little Pearls to come back with that. I don't know if we have anything to say to you. Let's keep moving. Let's go to the detective agency. Nope, nothing here. I didn't mean to examine. I don't think there was anything to examine here. Damask's hideout. Let's go back to the scene of the crime. Walk. Present. I tried to present this, but he didn't want to say anything about it. Yeah, no. Security room. Hello, my man. We did this last time, right? Yeah. Well, like, now what? I feel like I got some new information. Oh yeah, wait, maybe if I present this, because now we know that Rondelite is in the photo. This is the same thing he said before. I was gonna get him, careless, and lost info on the witness. Witness? There we go. Do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try catching Mask Star Damask. He got away anyway, huh? That guard. Got the weird feeling I've seen him around lately. We know it was this guy. It was him. Bad young guy. It was a habit of getting arrested. Oh, well, I think the police should arrest you. What am I supposed to do then? Who am I supposed to go talk to? What do I show them? How, huh? Do you have anything to say about this? No? Girl? Have anything to say about anything? Do I examine this room and see if there's anything new here? What's this? It's Mask Starter Mask! There's a tape recorder! Let me see that! Click! Ha 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 ha! I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen! Ha 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 ha! Ronnie used to say that a happy laugh is the lifeblood of a thief. Well, that certainly is a happy-sounding laugh, alright. Yes, and laughing isn't as easy as it sounds. The harder you try, the more fake it sounds. Yeah, Mr. Delight really works hard at his craft, huh? Okay. Is a torpedo! Where do you bring up something like this? I don't know if there's gonna be new dialogue for anything here. A lot of it is the same as it was before, when we were investigating Mr. Delight as a thief. Romantic-sounding novels about fantastic thieves and whatnot. Let's see. Note. Must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. So theatrical. I love it. Always Ronnie's dream to become a thief. No. Whole bunch of stuff piled up. Rolls of paper stuck in a trash can. Theft, theft, theft. Did the police even investigate this place? Please take a look at all that. Really? Did they say anything? Said it wasn't important. Amateur or not, this is cool! Knuckle Bomber! How cool is that? So cool! Here's the blackmail letter. Someone received a blackmail letter, huh? Do you think the wife knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would be smiling. No, 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 no. Meow, 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 meow. It's called a hot air balloon, you know? Like, we went through all of this already. I want to make my own balloon now! There's top secret emblem! No, 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 no. Masks and mustaches. Oh, a fake beard! And a mask made of cardboard! Try this on! Come on, come on, come on! We saw this already! It's cute, though. You like it? Feel free to take it home with you. No. Oh, please. This thing looks vaguely familiar. An upside-down fishbowl. I think it's a helmet. Tape recorder thing and all that. He brought it home one day. Asked one of his friends from work if we could have it. And she just gave it to him? Wow. Okay, so there's nothing new in here. Nothing new? Nothing? Did I get everything here? Is there something I need to present to you still? Tell me about this guy. He's an ace detective, alright. He's been hot on my trail ever since the first heist. Yes, but he made a pretty stunning confession in court today. It was me all along. I am Mask Starter Mask. I don't know what to say. I guess he's just delusional. That's exactly what your wife said about you. My silly little blue light filter has come on because it's sunset. Let me turn that off. I don't want it right now. Get out of here. Okay. Wife. Tell me about your wife. Really has a thing against criminals. Do you know why? To ask her. The thing is, after I lost my job at KB Security, I needed to earn money to keep Desi satisfied. Lots of money. But I just couldn't seem to find a good job. In this economy, that's why I wound up becoming the thing that Desi hates most. A thief. Okay. You don't have anything to say about her? How about him? The detective that was in charge of the mask investigations. He was so happy when I remembered yesterday that when I surrendered yesterday that he actually shed tears of joy.
What? Gumshoe cried? Really? Was it a single manly tear, or did he let loose and sob?
Maya, you're being weird about this, but you know what? I feel you. Sobbed. I started weeping myself, too. It was truly infectious. A truly moving moment, if I do say so myself. I loved being arrested.
That must have been one heck of a beautiful scene.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm convinced that these two are blind. No, Phoenix. I don't know, man. Mask start a mask. Decided to be on a... You started studying? Like what? Petty Larceny 101? The history of pilfering? No, but I watched a lot of movies and read a lot of novels about great thieves.
Oh yeah? I admire you for doing your homework, if for nothing else.
All the great ones had their own trademarks, flashy costumes, calling cards, unique laughs, and catchy slogans like "Farewell, my friends." I figured I needed to do a good job with that if I was going to make a splash.
Yeah, I guess you can't really say goofy stuff like that unless you're a master thief. Farewell, or we shall meet again. You know, hokey stuff like that.
You think I'm hokey? Tell me about me. You're a great lawyer and so young. You really are an inspiration. I bet you make lots and lots of money, don't you?
That doesn't sound right coming from a thief, if you know what I mean. You gonna steal from us, buddy?
What am I supposed to do? Can you tell me more about the blackmail? Blackmail letter written by the CEO? I think so, probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card. Blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security.
Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then.
Wallet. Like, I can't remember what parts of this we've already seen and which ones we haven't seen yet. I was at KB Security around 1 o'clock that night. Took out my wallet to open the door with the key card. So was that when you dropped it? I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier. Okay, key card. What are you still doing with this key card anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Of course I returned it! Don't be silly! But it got sent back to me, along with the blackmail letter.
With the blackmail letter?
Yes, it said use this to enter the CEO's office. Interesting. This. No? We looked at this, we did this, we did the autopsy report, the buzzer record, so we've done everything. Do you have more to say about this? Yeah, no? Hey, you were the person in the picture, blah blah blah. Hee hee. first of the blackmail letters. Wait, no, okay, good. Is there anything else to do here? Okay, can I talk to someone else? Can I go somewhere else? Is there anything here? There can't be anything different here, right? Bruh. What am I supposed to do? Do you have anything for me? Can I show you this? Treasure exhibit is the only thing on her mind. Okay. Oh.
Ew, think about it. The dead guy was laying in here all night.
Yeah. By the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened this safe on the night of the crime, right?
Yeah, and so?
Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in there, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. Only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Bro, why you breathe so heavily like that? Yeah, and... everyone that knows how to open this safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former Security Chief Ron Delight.
What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief?
Well, yeah, we learned that now. So he knew how to open the safe, huh? We just talked to him. We're doing things out of order. The game wanted us to do this first. But I missed examining the safe somehow. Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal.
Well, okay. So we got that now, which gives us no new information.
Perhaps the game will allow us to progress further now? I'm sure I've shown this to you already. Been thinking about the blackmail letter. Why would he even blackmailing him? Mr. Delight used to work at KD Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? That's it. Maybe that's the same reason. We saw this already. Okay. Right. Card. Wallet card. Blah, blah, blah. We saw this already. How about this? Do you have anything new to say about this? No. No, the witness. But who was the witness? We know that now. We know who that is. Why can't we say anything about it? Ah. I don't know what to do. I'm looking at a guide.
Fates attorney, trials and tribulations.
Investigation of the stolen turnabout. Detention center. Plans. Talk about the heist plans, but I want to talk about the heist plans, but how? Where? Am I supposed to have an option to talk about the heist plans? Oh, it's at the top. I didn't see it because usually if there's a new one, it comes at the bottom, and it showed up at the top. Video game, why would you do that? If there's a new one, it always shows at the bottom. It has never done this before. That's so weird. That's so weird. I'm gonna save because I haven't saved yet today. Might as well. Video game, why do you do this to me? There, it was right there, but I didn't see it because it wasn't where I thought it would be.
What are these plans you're talking about?
They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
So you mean that the one who planned the heists wasn't you?
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Weird.
This is a little weirdo right here. So Ron Delight was Mask Star to Mask after all? What the hell is going on? Who is who? Who? What? Huh? What? Someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Do you try not to look so gleeful about it? I love stealing.
So you went after the Sacred Urn because of one of those plans too?
Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Okay, we got testimony. From the second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Interesting. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Just one more thing. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Dude, there's glass between us. I can't. Unless you mean like emotionally, in which case, I don't know, buddy. We're dealing with some difficult stuff here, and you seem very sensitive. I'm not sure I can be held accountable for hurting you emotionally. I'm doing my best here, okay? Okay? I'm doing my best. Anyway, Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. Things that people who aren't lying say. I'm not lying. Please believe me. All I did was hide his body in the safe. I touched his body. I moved it. I hid it. But I didn't kill him. Why did you put his body in the safe, dude? What's your reasoning there? I want to know. I have so many questions. Then I was afraid that they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
Guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word.
Mystic Maya!
Hey! Burly! What the hell are you doing here at the detention center? Shouldn't you just gone home? This little kid,
I'm back.
Hey, Pearls, so what have you been up to this whole time?
The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Kurain Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn.
Oh, phew. That's a relief. I was really worried.
But there's one small problem. There's one small problem.
Problem?
These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? Phoenix still doesn't get it.
What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there.
Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Okay. Sacred urn refiled into the court record. Covered in pink splotches. Okay, let's move. I've been waiting to get more information about the urn. Been waiting. Then we can go over here. Then we can go over here. Oh. Here we are.
Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there.
Man.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Nick, let's look around one more time.
Hey, let's look around one more time. Hey, what's this? It's got pink splotches on it. This box. There's something about it that's bothering me.
It's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
All right, let's investigate again, Nick.
Ooh. There's pink paint right there. Brr. Like a part of a big sign word. All I get is brr.
It's supposed to say hamburger.
There's nothing new here. World Hamburger Festival.
Spaghetti!
That's so silly. It says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti.
Well, maybe it was a typo.
Spaghetti Festival. Yeah, sure, whatever. Spaghetti. This and this. Just fun that they let us examine this again. Just for fun. Here's this. Detective Amy said he got hit on the back of the head with this by the thief, but that was obviously a lie.
As it turned out that Atme was the real thief, it's still hard to believe.
Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it.
I'm going to take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it so you never knew it was spent in the first place. Please be gentle with it.
Well, damn. Slide to the right. Organi. I don't think we have to look at that again. Here's this. The door to the storeroom. There's big boxes and stuff. We're not allowed in there. There's this pink paint. That's important. Let's look at this again. Statue wasn't where it is now when we first came here, right?
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it?
When we moved in, it was probably mask starter mask. Maybe you didn't like being watched. Okay, we saw this. We saw this. Let's. Oh, what the heck? Let's just check everything off. Organi.
As organize, you just can't see the last two letters.
Guess no one else could read it either, because this place is a mess.
So you should feel right at home, right?
I love it when things are a mess. Anyway, look at this. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days.
Something suspicious about this paint mark. Bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
Ah, that's the box that the sacred urn was in.
If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. Wow. What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Paint marks added to the court record. It's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Urn. Slide to the left. Touch on now, y'all. Oh, I didn't mean to move. Let's try presenting. First, look at the urn.
See? We got our sacred urn back. That's really wonderful.
But we're not entirely convinced it's the same urn. Well, actually... Ms. Andrews, we want you to cooperate with us. Now we know that it is the right urn. It's the real urn. We know that, but okay, anyway.
It's the genuine article.
Urn box. Box urn. It stains.
What a magnificent box.
You're not going to throw us off the trail with flattery. I want to know about the paint on this box.
Well, I'm sure I don't know anything about that.
Some people just have a natural gift for lying. Adrian's not one of them. Ms. Andrews, about the paint that's all over the wall?
Oh, look at that! It looks like paint, all right. Isn't that funny? I never noticed that before. Has to be the most pathetic acting I have ever seen in my life. I'm beginning to get very frustrated.
Uh-oh, I'd better do something to calm them down and fast. Okay. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's give this a try. The sacred urn. Ms. Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn?
Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit.
The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before.
Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake.
Fake?
You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn was submitted at the trial was genuine?
Yeah, we do. My little 9-year-old went and confirmed that it was the real thing. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Went back to Kurain Village and had it examined.
Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how...
What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again.
Did you say... again?
Yes, it was broken once, a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. Quite recently, too.
Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
I mean... There's the fact that the paint was recent, but then there's this, I think, is more convincing. Gonna try that. This poster. It was made recently, right?
Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit.
At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed.
Ah, I am? Oh, what does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken.
That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth.
Wait.
Or? Wait for what?
Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened.
Looks like she's not gonna give up that last psyche lock so easily.
Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor?
The box and the paint marks? Well, Miss Andrews?
What is this supposed to mean?
There's pink paint all over this urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Ms. Andrews.
But...
Uh-oh. He's trying to make her escape.
But you can get pink paint anywhere.
Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure.
Oh, well, there is in my room.
Liar.
Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint.
Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof paint linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is right here. This box. The urn was stored in this, right? It literally says the sacred urn on it. It's got a nice little label. Very, very nice. Very nicely done.
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's pink paint on this box as well.
Ah.
I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yes, more or less.
Paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted on it, doesn't it? Odd shape.
Yes.
You put this box into the impression in the paint. You can see it fits perfectly. Square box. Go into square hole. Magic. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken.
Oh, your name does you justice, Mr. Wright.
Man, these dorks. Freaking dorks. Success. Tell us about the sacred urn.
I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn.
Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher.
Oh, I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand. Is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago.
Damn, that was a long time ago.
Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box.
Boom. What? Beautiful illustration.
What? I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance.
I love it. Oh no, I dropped the sacred urn.
The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. Crash! I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened.
Bonk.
The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint.
These are such lovely illustrations. And what a beautiful chain of events there. Just the bright pink paint.
I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. And Phoenix calling everyone out.
Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Kurain Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I Am got changed to Ami? I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. You know, any sane person or anyone who wasn't like 9 years old. Or 8 years old at the time it was broken, even. Any sane person? Really?
Oh, Pearls. You're a child. It's fine. It's literally fine. You're a child. She said she wasn't very good at spelling because she's been isolated and never went to kindergarten because she was too busy being groomed to be the next mystic master or whatever.
Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then.
Sacred urn updated in the court record. It was broken and then kept out of sight.
But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it.
The Ami Faye statue. Aha! The Ami Faye statue. Oh, I need to take a sip of water. This spent a lot of talking and doing, like, different voices. And, ugh. So exhausting, the life of a streamer. First time that we came down here. It was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
But Mr. Nick...
Oh, it's odd now.
There were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. There's a good reason for that. The day of the crime, around noon, the golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense.
Ugh, I've got some hiccups now. Hello?
But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. That time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
Right about that. Well, Miss Andrews?
What? I don't know anything about that.
Girl, please.
I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well then, who was it? Who would have done it and why?
Fridge. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. And then she teleported. And the next day it was moved. But why? Updated in the court record, looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. I guess so.
Why? Why do you think so, Nick?
So that night, the real thief, Wanda Light, was at KB Security. So then why did another Mask Star Damask show up here? The different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact? What does undeniable mean?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow. Looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. To be continued. Wow. Cool. Saving my progress. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go back to court. Let me look at my phone real quick. Stretch. Ugh. Stretch. You can really see that my image is mirrored. I went to LaCroix University. Anyway, we're in court. It is the next morning. We are in the defendant lobby number 4.
Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
What? Next door? Oh.
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atmy's trial today.
Detective Atmy?
They say they're going to try him as Mask Star Damask.
Already? That was fast.
Boy, I'd love to see Mask Star Damask's trial. I know!
By the way, where's Pearls? I'm just gonna ignore that mysterious voice that just...
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
She's 9. She should be, like, watching cartoons and doing multiplication tables.
No, you don't like me.
Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah, ever since that incident last year.
Please, don't ignore me!
Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone. Dude, you have a wife. You're married. Clearly there is at least one person who, like, really likes you.
Come on, don't be silly. Wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor. Dude, come on. Come on, dude, come on. Let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from the second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists.
You really think there's a connection between thief and the murder?
The thief and the murder. Okay. I feel like it would read better if it was between theft and the murder, or between the thief and the murderer. Like a thing and a thing, or a person and a person. But that's just me being overcritical of the writing. Possible. Today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time, like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
Hmm? Why?
Oh, okay. It's time for court. We're in courtroom number 6. And my man is here, my little freak Godot. I love him.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You're ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the weak. Oh, you're such a freak. I love you.
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
He's got the judge in the palm of his hand. Yet again. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
What?
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Huh. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. That is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. I have no idea what you're saying, man. I love you. That's all my statement. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
Yes, of course. I understand completely. I really don't. Well, then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Oh, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. He looks so funny, look at him sticking his tongue out like some kind of cartoon. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day.
And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. And that little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Little lost kitten.
Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness.
No. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best.
Mr. Godot, your witness.
Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but...
Oh, to go in the void to think about this. I remember when Mia was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify because I totally trust him. Yeah, Ah, you've got guts, trite.
All right then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
My lips are dry. I should put on some lip balm. Top tier stream content, like and subscribe. I would say like and subscribe like this is YouTube. It ain't YouTube, it's Twitch, but this video will be on YouTube, so maybe you're watching this on YouTube right now, in which case, like and subscribe. You did it. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No, that's not true.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making.
And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ah, very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard,
Why did you go to KB Security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
Testimony time! My visit to KB Security.
That evening, around 1 a.m., I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was.
A.M. The exact time the murder took place.
The weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. Ha! It's bitter today, too. Just like my destiny. I love this weirdo. I love this freak.
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. Please, God, let's get this over with. We all want to go home here.
That evening around 1 a.m., blah blah blah, press. I will press everything. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
Too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. Okay. Well, okay.
Hold it.
It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters, then?
Oh, of course. Of course. Everyone gets blackmailed sometimes, right? I missed what he was saying because I was busy riffing on him. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. What should I do? I feel like I should leave it. But usually pressing harder is a good idea, like 9 times out of 10. I don't know. I'm gonna press harder. So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money, eh? A perfect motive for committing murder. No! Wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway.
Oh, is that right?
After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Oh, okay. Added to the testimony. A muddy mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble. Ooh, I'm pressing that. What were you being blackmailed about, anyway?
Well, letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask star to mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. That's why Ms. Delight didn't believe he was mask star to mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right.
Security chief? You?
And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge? The perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. I should change the subject. I would like to know why he was fired, though. I'm gonna keep saving. Why were you fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job.
Well...
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I never asked that. Okay, then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
Well, I needed money.
You needed money?
Well, you see, Betsy loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? AB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of other companies, and since I was the security team chief, you stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullard found out, and I was fired immediately. I wish I had never asked that. I was somehow able to keep it secret and make it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
He sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a big turn from the worse for the worse, crashed and blew up. Gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Okay, Phoenix, stop being dramatic. Yeah, you're in room for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know. Why would you do something like that? Because he needed money. In this economy? Come on, in this economy? He was a security chief and he wasn't getting paid enough? Well, for Desi's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste!
Well, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. What does that mean, man?
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. We better be careful.
If we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, that evening you went to around 1 a.m. to see him, and blackmail letter ordered you to go there. I don't know. know. Gotta present something, but what? I feel like there's gotta be something to this. It wasn't gonna cause you trouble. What if I just present the blackmailer itself? This evidence, no. No. Not at all. Goodbye. What am I supposed to do here? But what about your wife? There we go. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Of having a certain person find out your secret. Ugh.
A certain person?
Ms. Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. But listen to me, my Desi, she's... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh,
No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry. Damn.
Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick?
I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes.
Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. Family man who cared just a little too much.
The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears.
At the CEO's office.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. What? Who could that be? Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead, with his tongue sticking out like a funny cartoon.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh?
Sounding very familiar, yep.
I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. He said that Mask Starter Mask struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie. Ah,
No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Trite? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. And I also don't want coffee curled at my face again.
At the CEO's office. Cross-examination. I'm gonna save again. Just because I like to be extra safe.
Tell us more about that shadow. Excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. Who was this suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I'd tell you. Trust me.
Dodging all of our questions is not helping us win this case.
Okay, then how was the victim at that time? What do you mean by how was he?
Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. Oh.
That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Forget it. Suddenly I was hit on the forehead. Tell me more.
Your forehead? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack.
Do you remember anything about who hit you?
Like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit, so I think I was a little dazed for a while.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. I want to hit this kid. I want to hit him so hard. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him.
Wearing what?
That? Could you please clarify what you were referring to? By my Mask Star to Mask costume, of course.
But wait just a moment. Mask Star to Mask?
Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask Star to Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. Look at this cute picture of me.
What?
Well, the court is not having it.
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know, well, sometimes things just slip your mind. My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Mask Star to Mask costume. Press again. Why were you dressed up as Mask Star to Mask? Why? Because I'm Mask Star to Mask, of course. Of course.
What are you talking about? Mask Star to Mask's trial is being held next door.
Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask Star to Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Press harder! What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. The cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Oops. Yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe?
Well, yeah.
Inconceivable! Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
That's what I'm saying. Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
What?
The answer is simple. When they take them off. Take off your shorts, now.
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? Oh, you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
Well, yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir. Uh-oh, looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair-weather judge. I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Bam. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. Run. At this point, maybe maybe it's just meant to be. Maybe you should just go to jail. Maybe you can't escape it anymore, you know? Maybe we should just stop trying. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. Ah. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
Hold on. 10 minutes? What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh. Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show what those circumstances were? That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Not much in his testimony either. He's still hiding something. Wouldn't be surprised if we'll just have to draw it out of him. I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. A suspicious shadow hit on the forehead. He had been killed. When he came to, he was lying there dead. Panicked and hid the body in the safe. I don't think we pressed this one yet. When he came to? Yes, I was passed out in the corner of the room. You know when your assailant made their escape and to where? I'm afraid I don't really remember. Huh? Once they hit me, I lost all track of what was going on. I think that's when they made their escape. Ha! That's certainly a convenient story for you, isn't it?
Certainly is, isn't it, Mr. Wright? Those sounds practiced.
I don't know why you're telling me. I panicked and hid the body. It took about 10 minutes. Did it now. Here's this. The buzzer went off. Hey, what's this? Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
A record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. Look at this paper slapping animation, absolutely iconic. Slap, 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 slap. The button in the office is pressed. A security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer. He would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Objection! Ah, let's remember who we're dealing with here. Probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building. Dude, he worked there. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. Objection! But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser. Alright, that's it. It's time. Time for a timeout. Calling your friend a pathetic loser. In front of the whole court. God damn. Just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend. Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it? And wasn't anywhere in the vicinity. Was not something Mr. Delight could have known. Again, remember who we're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. No, objection! This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. We're just playing objection ping pong over here. Objection! No you! No you! Oh, I need to stretch. Ugh, I'm stretching. My bitrate's going up and down again. I thought I fixed it. I changed some settings before the stream and it was going so well until now. Damn. Well, anyway, it was really loud. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Fine. Let's hear your theory. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
Yes, that's what that means. That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. What are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is
preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard. No! Who pressed the buzzer? And who was phone? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away.
Must have held on long enough to push that button.
Heck.
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
Well, his estimated time of death is 1 a.m. and the buzzer sounded after 1 a.m. I don't know. I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer? I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I can prove it all right. Defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. He was already dead at the time that the buzzer sounded.
What do you think, Mr. Godot? Nope.
Huh. I can hear it. The sound of a buzzer.
Huh?
Going off inside your head at this very moment. The emergency buzzer of your heart.
Is it really?
Maybe just a little.
Mr. Wright, you need to think more carefully.
I don't know if I can prove it, actually. I'm not ready. The defense admits there is no evidence to the contrary. It is possible that the victim himself sounded the buzzer. Possible? More like definite, Mr. Trite.
Means only 2 people were there at the crime scene after all.
That doesn't mean that. That doesn't prove anything. The victim, Kane Bullard, and his killer, Mr. Delight.
Come on, Nick. If you can't prove that the real killer was there, this trial is as good as finished.
Okay. Wrong thing. I need to show some sort of evidence. No, I didn't mean save, I meant load. I need to show some sort of evidence after all. Alright, so I need to show evidence. I'm loading. I'm not taking that hit. I can prove it alright! The defense's opinion is this piece of evidence. It wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Oh, wait a minute. There are no fingerprints on it. That's it. Duh. I forgot about that. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. And the fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself a clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself. Naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind. Oh, that was a new one. I hadn't seen that one before. Ron Delight obviously wiped them off. Why would he? The guard could have come in at any moment.
But he touched that button. I know he did.
Objection ping pong once again. Back and forth. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask Star to Mask. Mask Star to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of fingerprints?
Order.
It would seem I've been forced to eat crow. Buddy, I don't understand I'm getting tired. Words are escaping me. I'm gonna end the stream like as soon as we get to a good stopping point. I don't get this man's expressions. That's what I meant to say. Anyway,
I wonder what blend number crow-flavored coffee is.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger?
Well...
What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks.
You're on to you, Nick.
Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
Just give me a minute, man.
The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard around 1 a.m.
And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right?
Smack. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well, then. Oh ho, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent. In an anemone? An enemy?
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
He didn't mean to call the security guard.
To find out what it did. The real killer just said, ooh, what's this big button? Ooh. Maybe they didn't mean to. Maybe to call the security guard. Maybe they wanted the security guard to come for some reason. Perhaps deframe our good man here. No, let's see. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, although as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
That's an expression, mine. Huh. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer, whose silhouette is not recognizable at all. What is going on? What the hell is gonna happen here?
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
I knew it. I'm so smart.
Oh, get all angry. Oh, no. just a minute and take a sip of my coffee. Need to take a sip of my coffee so I can spit it out in shock.
Order.
Ah, it would seem I've been made to eat my words once again.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait. Wait a second. I'm the one and only Mask Star to Mask, so... Nick, you mean the real killer is... We're going to drag that person in here right now. What is going on?
But who is it?
Don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. That is something, actually. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright.
I mean, it seems pretty clear, but...
Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Maybe the one whose silhouette we've been seeing in all these little things? Detective Luke Atme. I forgot that was his full name. Luke Atme. He's the only one who could have done it. This detective, Luke Atme.
You mean Mask Star to Mask did it?
No, Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Mask Star to Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Order, order. Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
They're not even close. Murder is a more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to capital punishment. We kill people here.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, famous detective was unmasked as well as Mask Star to Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty.
Mask Star to Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Mask Star to Mask was Luke Atme's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. Damn, airtight and watertight and unassailable?
Guilty verdict as an alibi?
Wow, shocking. You know, it's almost time.
For what?
Luke Atme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial, after all. How do you know? We're going to stop this trial and stall that one. We need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Atme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. The entire country of
America.
If we were to intrude and failed to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Oh, am I really sure about this? Ha. A bet's only good when your life's the ante. You sure about that, buddy? Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight, so please, I'm begging you. Gotta go into the void. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix! Ugh. Oh, what was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
Damn. That voice. It sounds like... Mia! Mamma Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Immediate! Right now! Ah, so that's your answer, huh? Very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Atme to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. What? Oh my god. We're... Payne is the prosecutor for Atme's case.
Well, Sir Detective Atme, I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh no, Sir Detective Atme, you were the one who...
Oh, that's enough. It's Judge 2! Oh, I look so wrong. There's another judge! Who is that? Who is that? That's not Judge. That's not our judge. Who the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh, he makes me so uncomfortable. Who is that? Who is that? This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial, and the court finds the defendant. Look at me. Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please!
Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, eh?
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atme. Accusation? You accuse Mask Star Damask? That man is not Mask Star Damask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
The drama. Whoa. To be continued. All right. To be continued next week. Save my progress. Let's go. Okay. Damn, I'm kind of tired. Oh, talking for 2 hours straight will take it out of you. I don't talk much normally, so yeah. God damn. All right. So that's the stream for today. That was whew. We have learned some things. We have uncovered some secrets of this funny story, huh? Oh, we're really in it now. We're really in it now, Phoenix. All right. All right. What else is there to say? We did the Ace Attorney. We did it. We are making some progress in this game. I'm messing with my hair again. Yeah. That has been the stream. I think my webcam might be having trouble focusing on me again. Silly camera. What do I have to say? Do I have anything else to say aside from my usual? If you enjoyed the stream, you should follow me if you're not already following. Make sure you have notifications enabled.
check out my link tree. You can find me in various places on the internet. You can, if you want to keep up with like when my streams are happening and what my stream plans are, check out my Twitter or my Tumblr or my Discord server. Those are the three places where I post stream announcements and stuff. But you know, my usual schedule is going to be Mondays at 7 p.m. where this is a new time, but we're gonna stick with it at least for the next few weeks until further notice, you know. And then my other stream times are Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. I do variety streams. We do art and Minecraft and miscellaneous games. And on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, we do Yakuza Like a Dragon, one of my most favorite video games ever. We're getting pretty deep into that one. We're in the middle of chapter 12 or late chapter 12 even. 12 out of 15. Been streaming that one for a long time, and it's still gonna keep going for a while. So yeah, I've got those two ongoing series. We got Ace Attorney on Mondays, we got Yakuza on Sundays, and Fridays are my variety day, and it's just gonna be that way until things change, which, you know, things could change at any time. Life happens, but yeah, that's my schedule. My schedule is on my profile. You can always find it there. You can follow me on Twitter and Tumblr, and you can join my Discord server to get updates in those places. Like and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks, I appreciate you. It's fine if you can't make it to these live. I appreciate the support. Any kind of support, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're retweeting my stream announcement tweets, or, you know, all those things. Good. But yeah, I'll stop babbling on, and I'll see you next time. We will return to this game next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be there. I cannot wait to see how this all unravels, because oh boy, it's been great. This guy was this guy, but then he wasn't, and he was guilty of this, but no, he's not guilty of that, where he's actually guilty of this, but he's actually guilty of that, but he's actually guilty of this other thing. There's theft and there's murder, and he's the thief, but no, he's not the thief, he's the murderer, but no, he's not the murderer, he's the murderer because he's not the thief. What is happening? What's gonna happen? I don't know. I can't wait. Tune in next week. We will continue to try to figure out what the hell is going on in this case. But until next time, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you later. Bye.